Hello, hello. Welcome to Spiritual Go Tea. And let's go ahead and see what the tea is for today. What are we drinking for today? So a lot of you guys may have been struggling with some codependency issues and how to set boundaries with other people. And I feel like you're coming out of that at this time. You were feeling like you didn't have any love. And that's not just from other people, but that was from yourself as well. Maybe even some of you guys may have struggled with even feeling like, where's God? Why doesn't this person or this energy that everyone's saying is real, where is God in my life? So you may have just been going through a period where you were just trying to find the balance of yourself, and you were taking responsibility for some of your decisions and choices that you made, because sometimes we will put ourselves in sticky situations and then we got the nerve to say, where's God? Yeah, a lot of times are put in situations where we didn't do anything and there wasn't a choice, and we were forced in many situations. And I feel like that's with the balance of life. And sometimes we may be forced, and other times we have the choice to make the decisions that we make on a day-to-day basis. You're coming out of a period where maybe you really struggled between religion and spirituality. I'm seeing that a lot of you guys are really coming into yourselves and getting to know yourselves on some sort of spiritual path. A lot of you guys may feel like, because I am going towards spirituality, or I'm learning more about that God won't love you, or you're doing something wrong, or you're going against, your relationship with the Most High. And I really feel like you really have to make peace with yourself, go within and talk to God yourself, which God, the energy source, I believe, which is your mother and your father, because from everything I can see on this physical plane and also what I can't see, the things that are in my heart tells us that we have parents, not just Father God, but there is also Mother God. And Mother God and Father God equals source, which is one. And so it would be best for you to cultivate your relationship, your own personal relationship with your creators. You realize that some things that were taboo, or some things that people may shun against, you realize that ain't nothing but just knowledge. A lot of things that you may be tapping into, you have already had inside of you. You realize that your ancestors, many of them paved the way, which is a part of the reason why you are here now and who you are. You realize that paying homage by living in your truth and finding out who you, yourself, who you are, that pays homage by giving thanks to those who came before you, who may have sacrificed themselves, the ones that put their best foot forward into being who they truly are and make a difference in others' lives just by appreciating this thing called life. You had to realize that the things that are now being unhidden, the things that people used to didn't talk about, especially if you've been on this earth for a minute. People wasn't talking about chakras and crystals and meditating. You realize these things were already inside of you, that there shouldn't be anything evil or, something that you should shy away from researching a different way to find out who you are and love yourself. You realize you're a part of the stars. We all are in the solar system. There's a lot of y'all that may not even feel like you're from this planet. You're not, you feel like you're in this world, but you're not of this world. And you realize that you dwell in the stars, and that's shining bright. You're not really worldly. You may not look at life the way that most people look at life. You're unique, you're different. You realize where home is. You realize that home is inside of you as well. You realize that pleasure is a beautiful thing. Joy is a beautiful thing. You may be a person that just enjoys being on this planet and seeing the beauty. Having a good time with whoever you may come across. You really appreciate life and for what it is. You realize that although you may not be in this world, well, you're in this world, but not of this world. Of this world, although you realize that you're not of this world, but you're in it. And while you're in it, you're going to appreciate the time that you have here. So you look at life, I would say, through rose-colored glasses. And that could be negative and it could be good. There's positive and negativity that can be with a lot of things, Rose-colored glasses is like sometimes you can pretend like things are better than what they are. But rose-colored glasses could also mean that you see beauty in every and all things, because all things are one. So you may be a person that really is very balanced. You appreciate the air, the 4 elements, which are essentially one: earth, air, fire and water, and you just love life. You may be a person that's learning to love life and appreciate for what it is. You realize that you're not from here, but while you're here, is why not just be blissful? Why not have joy? Why not have peace? You realize also that being codependent or on anything, but especially addictions that take away from who you really are, and you gotta have it, and it slows you down from doing what you would like to do, or it's causing you to do things for it that you wouldn't normally do. Having boundaries, healthy boundaries, where you don't have to always feel bad for what you're doing. Because if you stuck with your boundaries, you just made the choice. You may have learning to save yourself from always having to say sorry to yourself, always feeling shame. Sometimes shame can come from not having boundaries, or having boundaries and not sticking to them yourself. So you're just learning. It's a learning lesson. This is Earth School. We came here to learn. And so it's really not something that you need to really beat yourself up about. It's just a fact of learning your lessons. Do you want to repeat certain lessons, or do you want to move forward? And you're learning that. You're learning that whatever you choose, you want to just have joy. You want it to be peaceful. You want it to feel like yourself, like you should be doing this in this moment. So you may realize that you may be called to go into a energy of spiritual work. You can work with the color purple so that you can, it can kind of help you or remove some of that stagnant energy from your crown chakra so that you can really get a lot from yourself, your inner self, and from the things that you're reading, so you can understand and you can kind of see if it resonates with your spirit. So that way you will feel more confident in going into the spiritual field. You are meant to do spiritual work of some capacity. And it's just, you realize that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. And so you're being called to something that you may not understand all the way. But if you keep going within and learn how to meditate, you will realize what you need, what you need to do, and God will keep showing you the way. You have many names because you've been here many times. You realize that you're an infinite being and that you've been here many a times, and you have the same soul, but you have a different body this time. And you realize that, what am I supposed to be learning? Why I've been here a lot of times. What's these lessons? Do I want to repeat it? Some things already seem familiar. Some of these energies seem familiar when we come across them. And it's because you've already experienced them in some capacity in another life. You are receiving protection from the Heavenly Mother, and it's your angel. It's an angel. She's an angel to you. She's a guardian angel. Also, Mother, I'm getting mother energy. So even if you're a father figure, you may still give off a mothering energy, just nurturing, protective. You're powerful even when you don't try. It's just something that's within you. You've been here so many times and you're here to learn. You're here to make a difference. You're here to, you know, show up for yourself in this time so that you can do what you're called to do. And by doing what you're called to do, you will receive the feeling of having pleasures in life. You will feel like every day is sweet, even if it's sour. There's still going to be some sweetness to it. And that's what I like. I like sweet and sour. So listen to your body. Some of y'all may need to listen to your body by eating more fruits and vegetables. I said more fruits that are blue and purple. You may need to eat you some leafy things so that you can connect more to your inner self. Greens, cabbage, salads, spinach, a lot of broccoli. It's so many green vegetables that you can eat so that you can start getting more in tune to what you need to hear. A lot of you guys know that you guys are waking up to just your spirituality. You are really trying to open up that mind and really see, really tap into who you are. I see a lot of you guys, whether male or female, you're very beautiful. You have a very beautiful spirit and you're magical. And you're powerful. No matter how old your age is, you'll always look youthful and beautiful, gorgeous, handsome. I see people that love to take care of their bodies. And they just love life overall. Like I said, they like to do a lot of good things. And some of us may have slipped up and gave into some, addictions and some overgiving of our time and ourselves. We got too caught up in the human experience. But ultimately, we know that we are here for a bigger purpose. And we are here to enjoy ourselves as well as learn these lessons. So I did want to say that. Let me pull these cords and see what's going on. So you guys are getting over your fear of rejection, which is may be causing you some stagnancy because you're nervous that someone's going to tell you no. Let them go ahead and tell you no. That doesn't mean that someone else won't tell you yes. And most importantly, your creator may be telling you yes. Also, you're abundant people, so keep your head up, keep going, and you're going to do your thing. You are powerful, you're unique beings, and you have good spirits. So take care. Bye.